Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. I do, I do. I love you so much. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I hope the energy is treating you well. Thank you for all the things, and also just thank you for existing. I love you guys. Alright, let's get a message. Let's just get to a quick little message for the collective and what they need to know. Ooh, freedom wanted to come out. I like that. Freedom from what? Adversity. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Leaving a very challenging time in your life. Patience. Wanted to slide out as well with abundance right behind that. Okay. Okay. So, we have denial here as well. Success. Some of you are determining some sort of success on, I don't know, there is possibly a shift in, yeah, there's some sort of endings to some sort of regrets as well. But also I feel like there's some endings and there are some people that are in regret. Because somebody tried to mess with your purpose here or something. Okay, but anyways, there's a perception shift in what success looks like for you here, okay? Like some of you, it's like giving this energy around, you know, maybe you're determining, thank you for shutting off, maybe you're determining your success based on like what's in your bank account. And the divine is saying, no, 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 hold up, hold up, hold up. That is irrelevant. What is in your heart? There's this energy of needing to reflect and, you know, look back and see how far you've come. Then you'll find your success, my love. Okay, here we go. What does the collective need to know? Whoa. We have discipline, growth. Yeah, some of you have been possibly praying for discipline, or this is just like what's next here, okay? It's like, you know, I'm hearing like school of life, right? The divine has been taking you through this like school of life here, okay? And maybe discipline is the next lesson on the curriculum, if you will. Some of you don't necessarily need that lesson, but some of you do. Yeah. There's an energy of being honest with yourself. Oh, white butterfly. Hello, little friend. We have denial and patience. For some reason, I feel like you are like, but also for some of you, I feel like you're more disciplined than what you really actually realize. Okay, I just feel like there's this energy of like the self-talk not being super great here, okay, for whoever this message is for. And I feel like you're denying yourself it's like maybe you haven't achieved some sort of goal, or maybe you haven't got where you want to go, right? But that's, you know, I don't know, it just feels like you're denying yourself something, whether it be like joy or like grace or humility or like something here. Happiness, contentment. Yeah, the divine's really encouraging you to something that you've been doing is really adding up though. But I feel like, yeah, I heard very specifically, you have what it takes. You have what it takes. This denial, though, again, you know, I woke up and didn't have a cough at all, and then, of course, anyways, doesn't matter. It is getting better. Yeah, something might be getting better here. This could also be somebody else that is denying your growth here and your discipline. We're going to get more into this. But I really feel like the divine is saying, like, you are blocking yourself from something because you're denying yourself something. Like you know, we're all our own worst critics, but I feel like you're being like super hard on yourself about something right now. And I feel like God's like, wait a second. Wait a motherfucking minute. You know? Alright, tell me, what's this discipline card? Yeah, lighten up. Lighten up here. Growth. Denial. Patience. Look beyond the surface here. Unfurl a new beginning. So this discipline, we have harvest the honey and become an alchemist here. I feel like you've been disciplined. I feel like you have become the alchemist, right? And this growth says, tell shame to suck it. Denial is sing your own song. Some of you are like denying your authenticity here. I heard because it's different. And then we have patience with receive all the things. This shame, though, I feel like comes from for some reason, I feel like this is an internal thing, but I also feel like there could be energies around you, or like I feel like this is also kind of a projection as well, right? People from your past. Sevens and threes might be very significant. Yeah, the seven is kind of like Seven of Pentacles here. And that is a reflective energy. That is a reflective... Yeah. And I really want this to... It's like you have become the alchemist. Like you... It's not saying to do this. It's saying that you are this. Right? Some of you are like there's this energy again of like this denying yourself of who you really are, because it's like again, kind of touching on that perfectionism here. Like, you were born into this life, the alchemist, or the whoever it is, whatever it is that you are really kind of digging deep and discovering yourself here. And the essence that you really carry and who it is that you really are, singing your own song. You're you're an earth angel. There's differences about you. You do things different. You perceive things differently. You communicate differently. You express differently here. And again, there's almost this energy, because there's like, it's almost like you need to accept this, or you need to quit denying yourself of who you really are, because some of you are waiting for this physical proof still, right? You're waiting for other people to say, damn, collective, you're a really good alchemist, or damn, you're really good at, such and such, yada, yada, yada. Damn, you're a really great, whatever. You're like waiting for that physical proof, and the divine is saying, like, quit that. Quit that. You need to reflect on some shit. Because actually this denial within you is actually what's pushing away all of the exterior validation that you're looking for. But there is also something about somebody needing to be honest with themselves. But I feel like this is actually, there's somebody, I don't know, crosswatcher or something, that needs to be honest with themselves about, because I'm picking up on there's one person that is really claiming to be maybe this like divine being and things like that, okay, and there's somebody out, but this person, whoever is claiming that, like out loud, right, or in some type of way, needs to be honest with themselves. Have you done the work, right? But then there's also an energy of some of you that have done the work, that are denying yourself of this, right? And I feel like it's because you are very humble. And so it's like, yeah, I just, maybe it's like claiming some sort of title feels like there's just something about you, within you, that maybe feels it's like you don't feel good enough for this title, or like, again, so there's a sense of needing to be really honest with yourself. And then we have trust and we have service under here. Yeah, this also ties into being able to trust yourself. Okay, and that lack of trust within yourself, I feel like is definitely something from complex trauma. I'm picking up on an energy. Do you know that when children lie, it's because at some point they were made to feel as though it was unsafe to tell the truth? So they pick up lying to keep themselves safe. I don't know who needs to hear that. Okay, I don't know if it was you when you were younger, right? And so then people began to, I'm hearing that when the wolf, or what is that? When the sheep cries wolf. Is that what it is? What's that tale? When the boy cries wolf. That's what it is. The sheep. But anyways, so there's something about that. Somebody needs to look at that, because there's this energy of it's possible, right, that somebody may have developed, I honestly, you've probably grown way the fuck out of it, right? But if somebody ever made you feel some type of way about being honest, right? Maybe they cast some sort of judgment, or they made it feel unsafe, right? So then out of protection of yourself, you develop this habit, right? That is where this like mistrust wound, I want to say, or whatever is at, okay? I feel like, too, for a lot of you as an earth angel, right, you face a lot of adversity. You face a lot of, you know, people that doubt you, or naysayers, or, you know, and this is because they don't understand what it is that you're capable of, okay? If someone's never received a download, or if someone's never been able to connect to the divine, you know, because they haven't quite like found that connection within themselves yet, right? They possibly are still looking outside of them, right? This is like somebody looking outside of them to connect with the man in the sky, right? And don't, you know, if you don't necessarily agree with my perception on, you know, what God is, source, the universe, the divine, and all that, that's okay, okay? We have our own experiences, and that's exactly that, right? But somebody else doesn't feel it's their ego because you challenge their beliefs, possibly, right? And this isn't somebody that, you know, these are things that just developed over time, right? Okay. Tell me more about this. Harvest the honey and the alchemist. Yeah, there's a major rise that's happening here because of your resilience. And it takes discipline to be resilient, okay? Like, I also feel like there's a specific guide that may be helping you with this. Could be a masculine energy here. And there's also some type of, something about an animal. You know, the animals are everywhere, but there's like, what is that? Like imprinting, or like, there's some type of animal guide that either you're realizing, or this person is sending you, or like, and this animal could also be in the spirit, but there's some type of, or you may be connecting with your animal spirit guides, or again, there could be like an actual physical animal that is like your, not imprinting, but what is that called? Your familiar. You may be connecting with some sort of familiar here, okay? That's not for everyone. But also for some of you, there's something about plants as well. So nature is a big thing here, especially it makes sense with the fairy deck. Okay? Some of you, again, this purification is here. It says detox, cleanse, and liberate. There's this energy of you, you know, this kind of picks me up. It kind of reminds me of that energy yesterday in Lamborghini, right? Where you were ending a major cycle, okay? So I feel like you've ended some sort of major cycle, and now there's like this purification that's coming. And some of you may have been, like, for whatever reason, feeling some type of guilt around that cycle. And I feel like, or maybe even shame or something like that, and I feel like you need to release that here, okay? That cycle was meant to be also, right? Like, everything that we experience is aiding in our growth here, okay? there's that energy I heard, you know, if you know something is a mistake and you continue to do it, that's a choice. And while that may be true, it's very clear that maybe you still hadn't learned the lesson, right? And there's almost this energy of like being uncomfortable, right? Oftentimes people don't change until they're uncomfortable here. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like somebody feels like I just feel like somebody's being really hard on themselves right now, okay? Like they maybe made the wrong decisions, or they maybe, I don't know. But there's a perception shift also. Either you're going to have this perception shift, or you've had this perception shift. And I think that this comes with some reflection, right? The Divine's saying, like, hey, look at where you were 5 years ago, right? What would have that been? 2019? Just before COVID. And I want you to look at everything, right? The way that everything. And just really sit with yourself and take some time to be like as proud of yourself as like the Divine and these guides are, and your guides are. Because there's almost this energy of you keeping, I don't want to say you're keeping yourself stuck, because this journey is going exactly as it should be. Yeah, what is this singer song? Yeah. And Mojo. Yeah, there's like this energy of like almost keeping yourself distracted, and for what? Because I feel like there's inspiration, there's motivation, there's drive that's in the present moment. But again, there's like something is something inside of you that says that you're not worthy, or like that's just what's really coming through. And I feel like it's subconsciously. I don't think it's anything that you're consciously aware of, right? But it's manifesting in this like I feel like it's like you're denying your own joy, maybe, for some of you, or this is somebody else, or I don't know. I just feel like somebody's being very hard on themselves. Yeah, look. We have pleasure, delight, embrace, and open. This is and a lot of you, this is like a projection. Look, we have patience at the bottom of the deck. You know, there could be people that are assuming that, because I heard, I'm not here for a good time, I'm here for a long time, which is actually the opposite of what that phrase really means, right? Or how it really goes. You need to know that you are here for a long time, not just a good time. Okay, but there could be other people that are viewing you and that that you're here for a good time, not for a long time, right? But how they perceive you, right, is just a reflection of themselves, or you know, their own fears, their own subconscious nonsense that they're probably, I don't know whether they're sorting through it or not. That's really none of our business. But so some of you, this is projections that are actually amplifying something within you, this subconscious, right, this complex trauma here, okay? I heard mistrust. Mistrust is very significant, okay? It's almost like you teeter between knowing who you are and believing other people, or believing, or like because other people don't necessarily, right? You're not going to be everyone's like cup of tea, right? But it's like you have to take the time to look back and to recognize and to see the way that God, source, the divine, the universe moves through you, and know that you are this earth angel, that you are this alchemist, that you are the oracle, that you are the medium, that you are the psychic, that you are the healer, that you are the, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be something like that. It could be that you are the business owner, that you are the creator, that you are the, and I don't mean that in a, don't get me twisted. I mean, like the creator, maybe you create something, maybe you're very creative, but also the creator of your own reality here, okay? With the assistance of the divine, right? Co-creating, or like the, I'm picking up on somebody who really loves to cook, right? Maybe like, or even bake, but mostly cook. So there's something about maybe having a restaurant, or even just like a recipe book, okay? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Yeah, somebody is making some sort of, you have all these, there's something that you have inside of you that you are denying yourself from creating or co-creating because of this mistrust. And that comes from something in the past. It also comes from this fear of what other people may think. But you gotta know that some people just live to misunderstand others. They I don't know. There are some people that are here that are not meant to grow, so that we know what it looks like if we don't, right? I feel like I picked up on this in one of the zodiac readings yesterday, like some anger in the pit of my stomach. Some of you are harboring some sort of anger from something in the past that really needs to be released here. Okay, it's rising up. And in that zodiac sign, it was an energy of somebody who was casting judgment onto you, right? I think it was like, I gave the example of my children, right? Like, say for instance, my children make a mistake, or they act a certain way, or whatever, right? I always take some time, rather than judging them, right? Rather than, whatever, I always take the time to be like, well, where did they learn that? Where did they pick that up from? What is it that in the past that could have caused this, this cycle or this perception within them, right? And I try to go from a place of understanding. There's this energy of, there's anger possibly that some of you are harboring because nobody took the time to do that with you, right? It was just judgment, 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 no understanding, no accountability held by anyone else. right? And this anger, right? We need to understand that those people, they probably experience the same thing, you know. They don't know any better. But this anger is just, it's like festering. I heard Uncle Fester, the Addams Family. That's funny. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. That's, yeah. If you guys don't know, my maiden name is Addams, but only spelled with one D. So when I was a child, that was always a thing. Anyways, something about Uncle Fester. Which one was that? He was the bald one, right? Yeah, Gemini energy, also random, but it's here. I know I don't usually call signs, but actually I'm not going to take those. I'm just going to shuffle. They're creepy and they're kooky. They're all together spooky. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The Addams Family. I love the Addams Family. I like that Wednesday Addams this season. That was good. That was good. I'm excited for the next one to come out. Anyways. Alright, moving forward. Tell me more. Let's get down to the root. Yeah, look. Perception. Uh-huh. I feel like it has to do with like choices that you've made in the past, and also there's this energy of having a choice right now, right? You have a choice every single day. Mm. Some of you, there's this energy of feeling like you can't be one thing and another, right? Or you're having a hard time integrating a couple of things, right? It could be like the spiritual and the practical here, okay? Or you're having a hard time like balancing that energy. But I feel like it's tied into this perception. There's almost like this, I heard resistance in the flow. Let's get one more row on this, please. Please and thank you. You know, I just heard some of you were like a real Wednesday when you were younger, right? When we think about Wednesday, she was very different. She was kind of dark. She was kind of, you know, but she had a good heart. She always had a good heart, right? But she was just, she was in the shadow. She was, there's something about that. Or she was, I'm hearing she was mirroring the shadow, okay? And this was probably very triggering to a lot of people. Okay, and so then like complex trauma was formed because of whatever, because of how the people around you responded to your energy, to their triggers. I don't know the significance of this, because for some of you it just might be a synchronicity, but these cards, these two right here, this Nine of Cups with the King of Cups here, is giving very much aerial vibes, right? He even has a Triton right there on his third eye. Well, it's more so towards his crown, but kind of his third eye. But anyways, and she's like, it looks like she's under the water looking up, right? We'll get into that more. I was very drawn to that. I've actually never noticed that Triton on him before. So that could just be a synchronicity here. It's, in that movie, right? There was this fear, right? Her father just wanted to keep her safe, right? Wanted to keep her protected, keep her from that outside world because they didn't really trust humans, right? But also he didn't want to lose her, right? There's something about like, just two very different worlds. And it's like you desire to go into this other world, but there's this energy of somebody having that power, that control here, or trying to keep that power or that control. It could be somebody trying to, I heard mask or control like somebody's third eye, especially with that Triton being where it is. This does not have to be a masculine energy, like a male, but it could be somebody in a very masculine energy. I really feel like there's a choice that's coming. But also, I feel like you've already made a choice. You know what I mean? Like, you made a choice in the past, and now there's like, I feel like ships are coming in, or there's something. Let's go deeper. I'm being back drawn over here, right? The reason, it's a belief system, right? Somebody was made to believe that what it is that you want to do, or where it is that you want to go, or even what it is that is your wish fulfillment here, okay? They were made to believe that this is not good, or it's bad, or it is, you know what I'm saying? And so there's almost this energy of wanting to deny deny you of your authenticity because of their own fears. Or this is something internal with you, right? You're possibly denying your authenticity because of some fears, because of what you've been taught here, or maybe even what others believe. Excuse me. Okay, let me get one on this perception. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is you, like, stepping into a space of feeling as though that you deserve whatever it is that's coming for you, or whatever it is that you're working towards. The color red, I've been picking up on that a lot lately, the color red. And you know what? That's actually reminding me of that Turning Red, that I don't know if it's Disney or what, but that kids movie. And actually, that is something that is associated with anger, right? She turns into the red panda whenever she is overwhelmed emotionally. And a lot of it is anger, right? There's something about you having strength over that energy here. So that could too be, I don't know if anger is something generational, or I don't know. It just keeps coming through a lot of some of you, it's like, and also too with that turning red, right? There's like this family secret. You know, like she one day woke up and she was a red panda and she had no idea, right? So she's freaking out and she's hiding herself. And then she finds out that, like, her mother also, like, that her parents are aware of it, right? They knew that this was coming, or you know what I mean? Like, there's something about maybe a family secret, or something about, like, your lineage, right? And this again would tie into, right? Mermaids are far different than humans. Well, I mean, kind of not real, like reality, yes, but like as far as like in that movie, right? The really the only difference that we saw was that they lived underwater and they had fins and not legs, right? But somebody was made to believe. And so they wanted to stay hidden, right? This is this energy of, like, I don't know if you're keeping yourself hidden or somebody else wants to keep you hidden because of these beliefs. Okay. Perception, 3 of Wands. There's like this fear of this, like, of the, whatever the red panda is for you, right? Coming out and being seen. Well, and then it turns out, she could control the emotions, right? She found this happy space so she could control the panda. And generations before her, right, they locked away their panda because they couldn't control their panda. There's something about you being this new generation, this earth angel, that can control whatever this is that somebody is afraid of being released here. Interesting. Okay. Procession, Three of Wands. Let me get one more in this Judgment. Again with the color red. I don't know. More red. And you know, by the end of it, everyone, you know, the panda was this ginormous attraction, right? But it took one person to really like release the fear and to really kind of, you know what I'm saying? You are this person in some form, right? It could be like medicine woman. It could be like, it could be anything that you're doing, right? However this fits for you. But we do have the medicine woman out here. You know, this would be like somebody saying that that being more holistic is not good, and you know that Western medicine and you know, organized religion and things like that, that's safe or something like that, when in reality it's quite the opposite. In my personal opinion, if you are religious or anything like that, I'm not coming for you, right? You have your own experience. I don't care how you get there, as long as you know, reunite, come into one with God, source, the divine, the creator, right? That's you know, that's the whole purpose here. I want to get one more on this Judgment, King of Swords, please. You know what? There's this energy of like somebody keeping your of messing with your energies, your masculine and your feminine energies. So some of you may have a hard time stepping into a feminine energy, or you may have a hard time stepping into a masculine energy, because there's something about your gifts, or this, you know, your quote unquote your panda being in one or the other. But there's also somebody that is realizing the truth that their own restrictions has kept you and them apart. It's their own restrictions, right? This could be somebody who too has a panda, right? But because you have gone off and you have, you know, and the panda is just an analogy or a metaphor. I'm not sure off the top of my head right now which is the right way to go on that, but you know, put it wherever it fits, right? This person was taught to fear their panda, right? And so, but because you didn't fear your panda, their own restrictions has kept you two apart, and this person is coming to some sort of realization that whoever this is, right? It's probably family. You know, but it's that they're keeping themselves stuck, or that they're the ones that are stuck here. Their restrictions have kept them. It's like somebody that's on like this repeat cycle, you know, and they're like, man, because I feel like somebody maybe is like observing you, and this doesn't even have to be family, right? This could also be other people, right? But they could be observing you. um You know, I'm actually seeing in my third eye somebody like training the panda, right? Like you and a panda are like training, right? There's like this energy of like, and you know, overcoming this here. This could also be somebody, you know, who may be interested. This could be somebody like a, say you're divine feminine or a divine masculine. This could be like a counterpart, right? Where their restrictions, or, you know, there could also be somebody that has come in between you two. But I feel like whoever this is fed off of their restrictions and their fear, right? This could be somebody who too, maybe not in a family, but like soul family, or again, like a divine counterpart who too has, you know, quote unquote, a panda, or maybe they have like a polar bear, or maybe they have like a, you know, maybe they're an X-Man, or maybe they're, I don't know, right? But because of their restrictive beliefs, they held back, right? They locked that part of themselves up. But I just heard there's been some sort of ending, I heard specifically like a death that's actually allowing this person to maybe even like lean into this a little bit. You know, this fear could actually come from like a mother figure, or it could come from uh, you know, uh, a feminine energy like an aunt, or um, it doesn't have to. Okay, let me get on this medicine on the left card. Yeah, we have the Lovers. This could be a divine counterpart. I heard this is somebody that just want to be on the right side of things. But I feel like they're realizing that locking away parts of themselves is not right. You know, it's just like people, you know, people um, that say you are in the LGBTQ plus community, right? My personal belief is you're born that way. That's not a choice. But I also believe that there is no way in hell that the God, the source, the creator that I um, work with and co-create with and connect with and communicate with would ever create somebody to have something that they would like either be that would be a sin, right? We're all born innocent. We're all born exactly as we should be, right? And so for God to create somebody who is attracted to the same sex, or whatever it may be, right? And then just like, you know, they have two choices: to either be considered a sinner, or to live in shame and fear. That doesn't fucking sound right to me. That's crazy. That's insane. And no. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's just an example. You know, same with being a medium, or being a psychic, or being, you know, the clarista, or the oracle, or the, you know, the healer, or the medicine woman, or the, you know what I mean? Like, these were all just restrictions from fears here. The fears of you know, and these fears started in the past of like judgment, right? But somebody's realizing that. Again, going back to that panda, right? It's like, why would God, and that could be this anger too, right? Somebody could be resentful to God because they have been, you know, they've been gifted with something, but the whole world tells them that it's bad. So this may have actually detoured them from God. Like, what the fuck? Excuse my language, but there's something about you in this as well, right? I feel like you're in the process of training the panda, right? There's this energy of releasing what other people think, but also some of you internally, this is like a root of something that you're really getting down into the nitty-gritty of, to release it so that you can really step into this authenticity here. I feel like somebody is going to be like reaching out to you, or making some sort of leap of faith here, but this would be like with the Fool 2.0, this is somebody who has more information. Or this is you making some sort of leap here, bringing your masculine and your feminine energy together and really like loving these, you know, the Lovers is also duality, right? It's also loving these pieces and parts of you that make you unique, that make you who you are. There's a Queen of Cups energy here, okay? It could just be a water sign that's really in their head, right? This could also be you, right? This Nine of Swords, you're ending this major cycle here. But I feel like, too, there's somebody that is in their head about something coming towards you or receiving something. Yeah, look how mad this looks here. There's somebody that's very much in their head, because I feel like you have a lot of opportunities coming to you, very maybe generous opportunities. Or there's a lot of gifts coming to you, right? There's a lot of I heard overflowing abundance here. You know, if you go back to that movie, Turning Red, okay, the girls, they really wanted to go to this concert, right? And so, she took advantage of her. I wouldn't say took advantage, but she used that part of herself to generate an income to raise up money so that they could go to this concert. Right? It was like pictures with the panda. You know what I mean? She was charging for pictures with the panda or whatever it may be. So some of you may be using your own unique spiritual gifts or just your uniqueness here. And this is actually somebody's very much in their head about all of these opportunities coming towards you. But I feel like it's because of their own restrictions, their own fears. Something about it doesn't feel right to them, but it is because it is rooted in their own fear. You know, they could have been told some story, I don't know. Tell me more about this. Yeah, I feel like the burdens that you may be carrying, right, are really burdens of somebody else. So there's this energy of like dropping the load, right? And moving from this, and it's like moving to calmer waters and gaining this new perception here. Some of you may be being moved, right, to a space that is to a place where they love pandas. Just for sake of an example, right? But what this comes down to, yeah. For some of you, this is like a partnership here, okay, that's coming together. And I don't know, for some reason I feel like somebody just really wanted you to be stuck. And I feel like you're figuring out who it is. But I feel like if they wanted that, it was out of their fear, right? This would be somebody that doesn't want it to be looked at differently. So what's the outcome for this? Hey, bro. Okay, I'll be in there in just a minute. I'm almost finished. All right. Bye. You. I also feel like there's like maybe some sort of messenger or some sort of watcher. You know, and I picked up on that earlier too. Some of you need to know that there are like monitoring spirits, okay? I are keeping a very close eye on you. So, and what it feels like, and earlier it was like this energy that was coming through, it's like, you know, as soon as you kind of like get your energy back or get realigned or get rebalanced or refocused or whatever, there's like this monitoring spirit that wants to put you right back in this like you know, Ten of Swords energy here, okay? But just know that whoever this is, they're serving you, okay? Because they're helping you to release these fears if you're doing the work, right? If you're not just allowing this energy to take over, right? A lot of you are at the point where you recognize, like, you know, and I could see it gets frustrating, right? Because it's like, man, can you just get to your own motherfucking life? But they, you know, you guys, both people signed up for this, right? They're serving you. But there's somebody that is very much yeah, I'm telling you, they really want. I just heard they don't want you to fly. I don't know. They don't want you to fly. And it all comes down to the ego, right? This feels like people that, you know, don't mind if you do well, but not better than them, you know? Of course. Remember this Page of Swords, Ten of Swords. Again, this feels like, too, there's like this, if you go down this path, right, then I feel like it may expose them or it may bring attention to the family or whatever it is, right? And again, this person's fear you know, say for instance, collective, you, whatever it is that you do, right? It's on, oh yeah, they're reminding me of, on that movie. So when they first discovered, you know, she first discovered her red panda, she ended up on the news, okay? And her grandmother saw, and, you know, she lived in a different state or whatever, and she called and she was like, why is she on the news, right? Something about a family secret, keeping something a secret. But the divine is like, you're here to not keep this secret. But I'm telling you, people were really made to believe that whatever this is about you is not good. And that's just not the truth. That is just not the truth. You're meant to stick out. You're meant to stand out. Six of Wands. That's literally being on a stage and being in front of other people. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to leave that there. There's a feminine energy that might be reaching out or coming back around. Be mindful of this energy, okay? I feel like they're involved in this, trying to keep you from flying here, okay? The birds today are really amazing. I mean, they're amazing every day, but there's also this energy too. I got this download the other day, okay, where you know, a lot of people insist on, like, at least where, you know, like the Bible being like, basically the download was that the Bible is just as much of a divination tool as like cards or runes or whatever it may be. And so this is just another way for, you know, if your intentions are good and you're using certain things to bring you closer to, you know, to God, source, the divine within, to go through this healing, this process, this ascension and stuff like that. I don't know who needed to hear that, but, and if you don't agree with that, it's okay. I don't want to hear about it, because you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe, and I am too. Okay? But I trust the downloads that I get, so, you know. Oh, Braveheart. Well, first of all, y'all should know that these glasses are so old, but I accidentally fell asleep for a minute with contacts in my eyes. And my right eye, when I was younger, I actually got an ulcer in my right eye when I was a teenager. And sometimes it kind of gets irritated because it's something that really won't ever go away. But it just kind of heals itself up enough to whatever. But when it gets irritated, it gets irritated and I can't have contacts in. I'd be sitting here just like eye watering the whole time. So I'm giving my eyeball a break. Thanks, Stacy. Oh, it might be because there was some fraud on my account, and I need to probably change. So I had to change some stuff, and I haven't gone in and changed that part. So I'll work on that today. I'm glad you said something, because that probably... Anyways, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, that's what happened. Miss you too, Braveheart. You haven't been around, but I know you've been busy. So yeah, I feel like this is what's going on, though. I feel like, you know, and this may be going on externally, but I also feel like this is something that is within you that's really kind of got you holding back here and denying yourself in some type of way. So that's this message for today. I love it. It makes a hell of a lot of sense, you know, especially with that using the Turning Red movie. If you haven't seen that movie, you should check it out. It's really good. It is a kids movie. Most of the movies that I that pop up in these channel messages are children's movies, because that's, you know, it's either that or like old movies. Zyla and I watch old movies, Michael and I watch kids movies. So yeah. No, nothing to upset me. I don't typically get upset these days. I mean, I'm not to say that I, you know, but I don't really get upset with others. Because I understand. I don't know. I move from understanding. That's it. Love you too. I love all of you so much. All of you, all of you, all of you are so wonderful, and I'm so blessed to have you in my life. And yeah. So any hoots. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. Michael J is hungry, so I'm going to go feed him. There will be more Zodiacs on Patreon today. I will figure out the Zelle thing. Yeah, that's why. It's because the information that's on there is no longer existent. I don't know how to change that, though. I'll figure it out. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. Got it. But anyways. Yeah, someone silly was trying to charge my account. I actually need to do more on that, because I went back and did some stuff, and they had actually been charging my account for several months. And I pay attention to that kind of stuff, but apparently not close enough. So I will get better at that. Apparently I just like missed it. You know, I look at my account often because it's just how I've developed or grown through lack. Is by accepting and being grateful every day, right? Every day I look at the account and no matter what's in there, even if it is because sometimes it is a negative amount, whatever, it happens. And I just still am grateful, right? Like, and that helps move through lack. I don't know if anybody needed to hear that, but because I used to be afraid to look. Oh, goodness. But we're all in this together. Also, too, with like paying bills, right? Like, I always, rather than like getting frustrated at paying bills, I'm super grateful, first of all, that I have that there is electricity in my house to pay for, right? That I have a house with electricity, that there is, and then also too, like that I'm grateful to have the finances to pay the bill. So somebody else probably maybe needed to hear that. That might help. Yeah, could be way worse, right? So, any hoots. All right, guys. Well, uh, I love you so much. I will post when the zodiacs are up for Patreon. Um, and I'll see you when I see you. If I feel guided, I'll get another message for you later. Is that a word? I don't know. I just made it up. But anywho, I love you. I love you so much. We'll talk soon.